Ever since I was a kid, I was always hearing about this Mayan calendar thing. I would always hear about how they always accurately predicted the future, and that they predicted the end in 2012. This of course interested me in doing some research later on in grade school when we had to research ancient civilizations. After doing so, I had to wonder how many people besides me did so too. Why, you ask? Because the Mayans were blood-crazed cannibals who were obsessed with torture and manslaughter. Don't believe me? Look into their gods and tell me how many aren't related to either torture or death in some fashion. In addition, many things predicted in the calendar were just common sense, like chariots that breathe fire, or dictators rising out of poverty. I find their calendar is merely a list of thoughts based accordingly to star patterns that they found valuable by their own religious beliefs. I do not, however, find it relevant to predicting the future, perhaps cause and effect into what will inevitably happen in reaction to something at best, but not what is assured. In addition to that, it was the Christian calendar that this prediction of their predictions were based on. That alone should raise some red flags on misinterpretation to the dates of events, being as the Mayan calendar didn't count leap year. Keep in mind the Bible is nothing more than a collection of stories written by followers of the faith who wanted to add a story, along with consistent manipulations over time to change meaning within the religious organization itself. Not to mention every Christian prediction on the rapture has been wrong up to date. It stands perfectly to reason that the 2012 prediction would also be an inaccurate prediction, but I know that despite being wrong hundreds of times over will not change them, their views or the people of their faiths, because it never has before. And it is out of that fear and knowledge that I made this video. I'm even nice enough to give examples of their failures. Harold Camping predicted the end in 1990. For last 10 prediction was May 21, 2011. Thudoc declared himself the Messiah, taking 400 people with him, beheaded by Roman soldiers. Ben Zalkay died at about 80 AD, expecting the Messiah at the time of his death. Rabbi Eliezer ben Turkanu thought the days of the Messiah would last 40 years. Rabbi Jose, the Galilean, the contemporary of Hyrcanus and Azariah, thought the Messiah would come in 3 generations after the destruction. About Ticanus predicted the return of the Messiah somewhere in the 4th century. Hippolytus calculated the 5,500 years separated Adam and Christ, and that the life of the world was 6,000 full days of years until the 7th day of rest, and that there were only 2 centuries left. There are obviously more end-of-the-world predictions, but I didn't make this video to rant about or rub in the failures of religious group. Rather, my point being is simply, stop saying the world is gonna end. Unless you have physical proof, you're just spamming the public and getting people riled up for nothing. In some cases, making people take their own lives out of the fear. So please, Enough is enough already. Knock it off.